Now to that revealing interview with Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Dannielynn. 10 years.
The U.S. Supreme Court stepped in, ruling in her favor in 2006 with an opinion written by Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which didn't award her money but allowed her to continue fighting in federal court. While the legal war dragged on, the Anna Nicole Show premiered on August 4, 2002, becoming E!'s most-watched program and turning her chaotic life into must-see television. The show mixed absurd, seemingly staged moments with painful reality, exposing her financial troubles, addiction issues, and the emotional toll on her teenage son Daniel, who often appeared uncomfortable as his mother's struggles became entertainment. Critics slammed the series as exploitative, viewers noticed her slurred speech and erratic behavior, and later reports claimed producers fueled her hyperactivity with excessive Red Bull, worsening her condition rather than helping her. By the time the show ended in 2004, Anna had become tabloid fodder, her addiction increasingly visible, including a disastrous appearance at the 2004 MTV Video Music Awards where she stumbled on stage and slurred her words. Despite clear signs she needed help, the spotlight only intensified, and her dependence on prescription drugs like Valium and chloral hydrate deepened. In June 2006, Anna announced she was pregnant, and on September 7 she gave birth to her daughter Dannielynn in the Bahamas, immediately triggering a chaotic paternity battle involving Howard K. Stern, photographer Larry Burkhead, and two other men, as troubling reports surfaced that Anna had been prescribed methadone under a fake name while 8 months pregnant, prompting a medical investigation and further legal scrutiny. DNA tests were ordered to uncover the truth, but before the case could be resolved, tragedy struck once again. On February 8, 2007, Anna Nicole Smith was found unresponsive in a Florida hotel room and rushed to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs at just 39 years old. In the chaos that followed, Larry Burkhead's attorney requested an emergency DNA sample from her body, but the judge refused, ordering her remain preserved until February 20th. In April 2007, a Bahamian judge officially ruled that Burkhead was Dannielynn's biological father, allowing him to amend her birth certificate and obtain a U.S. passport to bring her home, while Howard K. Stern accepted the ruling without a fight. Anna's mother, Virgie Arthur, attempted to appeal the decision to gain custody of her granddaughter, but the court denied her request and ordered her to pay legal fees, finally ending the paternity battle. However, the damage had already been done, as Anna's world had begun collapsing just days after Dannielynn's birth on September 7, 2006, when her 20-year-old son Daniel Wayne Smith died suddenly in her hospital room on September 10 after suffering an accidental overdose of methadone and antidepressants. Devastated beyond words, Anna was inconsolable, reportedly insisting on opening Daniel's coffin at his funeral and saying she wanted to be buried with him, with Stern later stating that although she physically died months later, her spirit was gone the day her son passed. Amid her overwhelming grief, Anna and Stern held a private, non-legal commitment ceremony in the Bahamas on September 28, exchanging vows and rings in a symbolic gesture meant to give them something to hold on to, with photos sold to People magazine for $1 million. Her decision to remain in the Bahamas sparked further controversy, including accusations she was avoiding paternity tests and public backlash after a photo surfaced of her in bed with Immigration Minister Shane Gibson, who later resigned. Following her death, an extensive investigation concluded that Anna died from an accidental overdose primarily caused by chloral hydrate combined with multiple benzodiazepines and other medications, with methadone present but not a direct cause, and the autopsy revealing additional health issues including infections and injection abscesses. Her funeral was held on March 2, 2007, but even in death, legal battles continued, as her 2001 will name Daniel as a sole beneficiary and excluded any future children, leaving infant Dannielynn out of the estate. Photographer Larry Burkhead later became involved in the estate disputes, while Virgie Arthur filed and ultimately lost a lawsuit against major media outlets, claiming defamation. Despite being born into relentless media attention and losing her mother at just 5 months old, Dannielynn Burkhead was raised away from Hollywood by her father, who prioritized giving her a normal life. Now 18, she is stepping confidently into adulthood, celebrating her milestone birthday in September 2024 with a Beetlejuice-themed party that reflected her love for gothic glam, complete with a spiderweb dress, black lipstick, and playful peace signs beside a Beetlejuice impersonator, as Larry proudly shared a heartfelt message celebrating the strong, humble young woman his daughter has become. Though she enjoys the spotlight in her own way, Dannielyn's real focus is her education, and she has set her sights on a double major in forensic science and Japanese studies, inspired by a lifelong love of mystery, problem solving, and a school introduction to Japanese language and culture that quickly became a passion. Determined to build a future beyond her mother's legacy, she channels her creativity into acting, earning praise for school performances, while carefully navigating public exposure, modeling only once at age 6 as a tribute to Anna Nicole, with Larry ensuring it would never become a path to fame by turning down every offer since. She also dreams of launching her own cosmetics and clothing line, blending her love of fashion with artistic vision, all while sharing a joyful, adventurous life with a father filled with concerts, Halloween traditions, and thrill rides at amusement parks, where she insists on riding roller coasters hands-free, warning Larry not to ruin the excitement. Privacy has always been a priority, with Larry protecting her from online noise by limiting searches and keeping her social media private, while still making sure she understands who her mother truly was beyond the headlines. Their bond is playful and strong, often shown through Dannielyn's light-hearted habit of teasing her dad by posting unflattering photos of him, a reflection of trust and laughter at the heart of their relationship. Although Anna Nicole Smith passed away when Dannielynn was just a baby, her presence is still felt through everyday symbols like butterflies and a portrait that hangs in Dannielynn's bedroom, grounding her connection to her mother. In 2025, Dannielynn and Larry firmly rejected renewed sensational claims about Anna's death, stating they preferred to rely on living, credible sources. One of Dannielynn's biggest dreams came true in January 2025 when Hugh Jackman invited her backstage after his Broadway show, a moment made even more special by Larry's Christmas surprise of front-row tickets and a life-size cutout, leading to a viral, joy-filled meeting that captured her excitement. Balancing forensic science studies, friendships, and everyday teenage life with the weight of an iconic family legacy, Dannielynn remains remarkably unfazed, leaving Larry in awe as he watches her handle it all with confidence and grace.